After Nana Patekar, Rajat Kapoor, Vikas Behal and Subhash Kapoor, Sajid Khan's name popped up as an alleged sexual offender. Late last evening, former Assistant Director Saloni Chopra accused him of having harassed her and insulted her modesty on several occasions. After Saloni, now model and actress Rachel White has accused him of the same. The actress took to social media to narrate the horrifying incident. In the series of tweets she wrote, "I believe you at Redhead Chopra. I was sent by my agency then to meet Sajid Khan during Humshakals. Right after my agency told me about the meeting, Sajid called me within the next 5 minutes and said the meeting would be at his house opposite ISKCON Juhu. I said I was not comfortable meeting at home, and to that he said, 'Don't worry, I live with my mom and she'll be around.' I felt reassured and agreed. When I went to his house, the maid directed me to his room and the drawing room was empty. It was his bedroom. I stood like an idiot in one corner of the bedroom, wondering where to sit, and he was on one side of the treadmill. I clearly remember this episode. When he saw me walk in, he goes, 'Please come this side,' all smiling. I walk up towards the treadmill. He was directly staring down at me. I was in a white vest and blue denims and still felt I was standing nude with that gaze. What happens next is that he finishes his cardio and walks up to me asking me about my boobs and making that kind of conversation. I didn't bother to answer to anything. After that, he asked me to strip for him because there were scenes in a bikini and he needed to see how I looked. I replied saying, "There are pics of me in bikinis sent to you. I think that should be good for you." And when he insisted, I said, "I'm ready to parade in your office in a bikini, not at home." Finally, he goes, "Listen, no one has a problem with these things." And that if I could seduce him in 5 minutes, the role was mine. How this ended was me saying that I didn't come mentally prepared for this and I left his house. So yeah, believe you with your story, and I told you mine so that more people can believe you and stop making women look like attention seekers. At Miss Chamko, remember me saying this when we did the all girls night? I'm so glad I got it off my chest today. Thanks at Redhead Chopra for speaking out and naming him. Talking about Saloni, she too narrated the horrific incident she went through. She wrote, "For months he mentally abused me and I would cry myself to sleep every night. He'd tell me I wasn't sexy enough to be an actress. I didn't have it in me. I didn't have the oomph factor. I talked too much. I didn't sit properly. I wasn't alluring or girly enough. Said he wanted to take me under his wing and make me an actress. Cast me in his next movie, but only if I was prepared for it. A part of me wanted it so bad that I kept working for him and excusing his behavior whenever I could. He'd say horrible things about his supposed girlfriend at the time, who also happened to be one of the kindest, nicest women I'd ever met in the industry. I wondered why she was with a man like that. He'd gloat about how he made her who she is today, and he could train me too. Then he'd go on to describe their sex life in ways I didn't need to know, and also remind me about his one vagina problem. He'd talk about his dick and how big it apparently is and his sexual needs. He would ask me to touch his dick and get irritated with me when I said I didn't want to. This one time during a costume trial for a character in the movie, he came in to see the girl in the outfit and asked her to lift her skirt and show her ass to him. She looked at me confused and I asked Sajid if it was necessary. She lifted her skirt and he started insulting her, telling her she didn't have any breasts or any ass. How did she think she'd become an actress? Then he asked me to leave the room and let them talk, and I did. It made me sick, but I clearly hadn't had enough to quit.